So hello everyone, I'm back with a topic from partnership fundamentals. So already you are aware of partnership fundamentals, you are experts in that topic. So still there are certain topics that we need to focus more. Okay, from that chapter I brought or I'm bringing you such a topic, okay, which you need to focus more. Uh, why this topic is so important these days is that nowadays in question papers we can observe, okay, you can also check yourselves in the past few papers, that means past few years question papers, this topic or this type of questions are very common, okay, popular we can say. So this one the topic, okay, is that much important for us. So anyways, without telling you about the topic, let me show you a question. As you can see here, there are two partners, cheese and slice are equal partners. Basically, it is mentioned as they are equal partners. So basically, they are sharing profits and losses equally. Again, their capitals as on 1st April 2022 were 50,000 and rupees 1 lakh respectively. So basically, their capital on 1st April. You already know that anything that comes on 1st April will be opening values only. So this is actually opening capital. Again, after the accounts for the financial year ending March 31, 2023 have been prepared. So basically they have prepared the financial statements also. Which are the financial statements? Profit and loss account, obviously. So profit and loss account they have already prepared. After preparing March 31's financial statement, that means April 1, 2022. As you can see here, April 1, 2022 is the year beginning. It ends on March 31, 2023. So basically they have prepared this profit and loss account for 1 year, and after preparing that, it is observed that interest on capital at the rate of 6% per annum and salary to cheese at the rate of 5,000 per annum as provided in the partnership bid had not been credited to the partner's capital account before distribution of profits. So basically what does that mean? Here they have already prepared the profit and loss account and they have already prepared all the financial statements. They after that they found that interest on capital at the rate of 6% per annum and salary to cheese is the name of one partner, at the rate of 5,000 per annum as provided in the partnership bid has not been credited to the partner's capital account before distribution of profits. So basically it means that they have prepared profit and loss account, they have also prepared profit and loss appropriation account, they have also prepared capital account, and they prepared the balance sheet or whatever it may be. Okay, so basically all the statements, important statements or accounts they have prepared. After preparing all these things only, it has come to their notice that two things, interest on capital at the rate of 6% and salary to one person at the rate of 5,000 per year also has not been given. Okay, so that is the meaning of as provided in the partnership deed. Here you can see as provided in the partnership deed. What does that mean? Partnership deed, according to their agreement, all these things are there, but it is not given. Okay, now the question is, you are required to give necessary rectifying entries using profit and loss adjustment account. So when this kind of things happens, okay, when this kind of errors happens, basically what we can say is that this is a case of past adjustment. Now that is the topic name, past adjustment. Why it is called past adjustment? Because we are actually trying to correct some mistakes that we did in the past. So for that we are using some kind of methods. One of such method is like passing single journal entry and correcting the errors. We can pass a single entry and correct the errors, or we can pass multiple entries and correct the errors. Okay, so how to find out which method you have to follow? The method according to each question varies from question to question. Okay, so for us, as you can see here, I mentioned the topic name and I have mentioned single entry method is also there, multiple entries method is also there. So how to identify which method you have to follow in that particular question? For that you have to check the questions last statement. According to this question, it is the last sentence that is given. You are required to give necessary rectifying entries. Here they are using the word entries. That is a clue that we have to pass multiple journal entries. Okay, second clue is that we have to what? Using profit and loss adjustment account. This profit and loss adjustment account, whenever it is mentioned in the question, that is also another clue that we have to follow multiple journal entries method, okay, to correct these errors. Nothing is there. This method is very simple. Okay, very easy to finish it, okay, or to find the answer. It's very easy. I'll make it very easy for you, okay. So without further delay, let us get into the answer, okay. So for that, I would like to bring your attention to one most important rule when you are doing this question. You only think about the capital account of the partner. Only you think about the capital account of the partners to do this method, okay. That is how you have to, I would only want you to think about the capital account of the partners. Inside capital account, okay, is there any amount that is already written as wrong, okay, and also inside capital account which amount should come. These two things are only needed for solving this question. What are the amounts that is written wrongly in the capital account? What are the amount that are not written in capital account correctly so far, okay. That means which are the amount that should come in capital account, okay. So I'll repeat, two things you need to know to solve this question. What are the amounts that is written wrongly, and which are the amount that should come in capital account. These two things, if you know these two things, you can easily solve this question, especially this method, profit and loss adjustment account method, okay. So if I ask you what are the amounts that was written wrongly in capital account, can you just guess, or after reading this question, can you just tell what are the amounts, which are the amounts that are missing here? Obviously, it is clearly mentioned in the question. After the accounts has been prepared, it is observed that interest on capital and salary to cheese as provided in the partnership deed has not been credited to the partner's capital account before distribution of profit. That means profit is already distributed, and when you distributed the profit, we did not consider these two amounts, okay. So basically we have written wrong divisible profit. When you distributed the profit that went there is actually wrong divisible profit. But wrong divisible profit is not given in this question. Obviously, what did I tell? Which is the wrong amount that we wrote, okay. And second is what? Which is the correct amount that should be there, okay. Here wrong amount that they have written is not given to us. If in such situations you just ignore it, that means you don't have to bother about the wrong amount. That means if it is not given in the question, this is wrongly written or this is the wrong amount that we wrote, nothing is given, means you just ignore it, okay. So one problem is solved. So wrong amount part is gone. Now you think about what are the correct amounts that are supposed to come in profit and loss or capital account. Clear? What are the correct amounts that should come in profit and loss, or partner's capital account? Which are the correct amount that should come? Which are the correct amounts? Which are the correct amounts that should come? So when it comes to this question, which are the correct amounts again? The correct amounts that should come here is interest on capital at the rate of 6% on the credit side of partner's capital, and salary to one per partner at the rate of 5,000 per year, okay. These two amounts should come in the credit side of partner's capital account. As I mentioned earlier, to solve this question, we need only capital account, okay. You just think about only capital account. So in capital account, as I told, whatever amounts you have written wrongly and whatever correct amount should be there. So here wrong amount, it is not given in the question how much profit we have divided among the partners. So that part is solved. As I told, wrong amount, if it is not given in the question, you forget it. Now we are only bothered about the correct amount that should come in partner's capital account. Now you think about the side in which partner's interest on capital and salary will come. Obviously, interest on capital and salary is going to the credit side of partner's capital account. So now I want you to think about the journal entry for interest on capital. Already you are very experienced in journal entries and all related to interest on capital, especially in partner's capital account. What will be the entry? Interest on capital account debit to partner's capital account. This is the entry, right? Interest on capital account debit to partner's capital account. If there are two partners, to A's capital account, to B's capital account. This is the entry, right? Right, basically. Now, what is the entry for salary? Partner's salary. That means you have to mention the name of the partner, whoever it is. So here it is like cheese salary. So cheese salary account debit to cheese capital account. This is the entry for basic entry for salary rate, which you have already studied. Okay, so these two entries are the correct entries for interest on capital and this one salary. Okay, now according to this method, very easy. I'm just going to, now is the interesting part. I'm going to make it very easy. Instead of writing salary here, instead of writing interest on capital here, you just have to write profit and loss adjustment account. So what did we do? First we thought of wrong amounts. Wrong amounts are not there. Now we are coming to the correct amounts. So correct amounts means basically what is there? As I am showing you here in the screen, this one normal salaries entry is C salary account or Chi's salary account debit to Chi's capital account. Again, what is the entry for interest on capital? Interest on capital account debit to what? Partner's capital account. Here Chi's capital will come, Slice capital will come. So these are the two entries. Instead of passing these entries, if you are using this method to correct the errors, you just have to replace the name of the amount with profit and loss adjustment account. Name of the amount with profit and loss adjustment account. Clear? So here, what is the name of the amount? Here one is Chi's salary and one is interest on capital. So in both these places, we are going to write profit and loss adjustment account. Nothing different, same amounts. Whatever you are writing as interest on capital, whatever you are writing as salary, in the place of salary and interest on capital, what we have to mention? This profit and loss adjustment account name should come. With that, I am showing you a journal. So first entry will be what? Profit and loss adjustment account debit to Chi's capital to Slice capital account. I have given a narration here, being interest on capital omitted earlier, now provided. So basically when you are using this method, I told you, right, we need two amounts. One is wrong amount, one is correct amount which was supposed to be. If there was a wrong amount, we have to reverse it. So two things we are actually doing in this method. First thing is we are going to reverse all the wrong amounts that we wrote there. For reversing wrong amount should be given in the question. Here no wrong, one mistake only we did in the capital account. That is what? That means we have written one wrong amount only in capital account, that is divisible profit, but divisible profit is not given in the question. So nothing is there to reverse. As I told before, wrong amount should be reversed first. After that, we have to write the correct amounts. Correct amounts, what you are supposed to do? You have to think about the correct journal entry, normal entry for all these amounts. And in the place of that amount name, you are going to write profit and loss adjustment account. That's it. So here, profit and loss adjustment account debit to Chi's capital. That means interest on capital account debit to Chi's capital to Slice capital is changed as profit and loss adjustment account debit to Chi's capital, Slice capital. That's it. Okay, now amount. How did I get this amount? They are saying 6% interest on capital. 6%. On which value you will calculate 6%? On the opening capital only. Opening capital is already given in the question. What is the opening capital? What is the opening capital again? As you can see here, opening capital was Chi's 50,000 and Slice 1 lakh. So 50,000 into how much? 6 by 100 and 1 lakh into 6 by 100. 50,000 to 6 by 100 will give you how much? Just guess or just calculate how much you will get. Obviously 3,000. 1 lakh into 6 by 100, obviously you will get 6,000 rupees. So totally added, how much will come? 9,000. That is that 9,000 that you can see here. Okay. So profit and loss adjustment account debit 9,000 to Chi's capital 3,000. Chi's is getting 3,000 only and Slice is getting 6,000. That is how interest on capital is done. Now what did we do? We are actually giving the proper interest on capital to the partners, which we didn't give before. Now next thing is, one more thing is yet to be given. What is that? Partner salary. Before, what did I tell? Partner salary is what? Partner salary is basic entry is what? Partner salary account. That means here Chi's salary account debit to Chi's capital. That is entry, right? So instead of Chi's salary account, we are mentioning the name as profit and loss adjustment account. That is the second entry that you can see. Profit and loss adjustment account debit to Chi's capital account 5,000. 5,000 is already given in the question. It is per annum. If it is per month, obviously you have to convert it into per month. Then again, one more entry you can see here. I will tell you a shortcut for how to find out this entry. Okay, basically the third entry is, okay, to make the third entry, I would like you to just imagine an account, or you can even draw roughly. profit and loss adjustment account, just an account, it's a small account, okay, just like an account you just draw. This is actually what account we are drawing? We are drawing profit and loss adjustment account. And what we are supposed to do is, wherever profit and loss adjustment account is coming in the above entries, okay, this entry we don't know because we are yet to do that entry. For getting that entry only, we are doing this method of drawing the profit and loss adjustment account. So what you are supposed to do is, you just check the other entries. In that other entries, how many times profit and loss account is debited or how many times profit and loss account is credited. Post all these entries to this account. So basically what we are doing, we are drawing a profit and loss adjustment account, we are posting these entries to profit and loss adjustment account. Clear? So when we are posting it, what are we going to get? First entry, if you post it, you will write like this: to cheese capital, to slice capital. How much you will write? Cheese capital 3000, slice capital 6000. Then again coming down, okay, one more time profit and loss adjustment account is debited. How will you post it in profit and loss adjustment account? Again to cheese capital, to cheese capital, how much? 5000. So basically, after recording all these things, after posting all these things to that particular profit and loss adjustment account, you just have to balance it. What do you mean by balancing? Credit side total minus debit side total. Credit side total, nothing is there. So this one, debit side total is how much? 6 plus 5, 11 plus 3, 4. So 14,000. 14,000 is there. Am I right? 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 3, 14. This 14,000, obviously in the credit side, what you are supposed to write is, okay, this whatever amount is coming here, that will go to the partner's capital account. So what are you going to say, right? By capital account, and you will share this 14,000 in the correct profit sharing ratio. In the correct profit sharing ratio. So how to share it? Cheese correct profit sharing ratio is how much? They are equal partners. So this 14,000 will be shared equally, because 14,000 itself is the difference. I repeat, 14,000 is the difference. This is not the total amount that you are sharing. The difference between the debit side and credit side, that is being shared with the partners. So C will get how much? Equally means 7,000, 7,000. So when you convert it into entry, what entry will come? C's capital account debit, S capital account debit to profit and loss adjustment account. Now you can just see the narration that I have given here. What is the narration that I have given? Being loss on adjustment transfer to partners. Okay, so basically it is, what to say, it's a loss, or we can just take it as it is a divisible loss or just loss that is transferred to partners. So basically what are we doing? Because of these mistakes, this partner suffered a loss. How I found that loss? After preparing which account? After preparing profit and loss adjustment account. After preparing profit and loss adjustment account, I got this 14,000. What does that 14,000 mean? How I came to know that it is loss? If debit side of this profit and loss adjustment is more and credit side is less, then it is a loss. Similar to your profit and loss appropriation account. Profit and loss appropriation account, credit side is more and debit side is less, means it is profit. Here also credit side is more, debit side is less, means it is profit only. But here what happened? Debit side is more and credit side is less, so obviously it is loss. This loss we are transferring to partners' capitals. Okay, with that we have to end this entries. So compared to the other method of parsing single journal entry, this method is very easy. You just have to do only two things, which are the wrong, identify the wrong amounts and reverse it, and also write the correct amounts, normal entries for correct amounts by replacing the name of the amount with profit and loss adjustment account. And finally what you are supposed to do, you just have to just post all these entries where profit and loss adjustment account is coming, and you just have to what? Balance it, and balance will be transferred to partners capital in the correct profit sharing ratio. Okay, I hope that is clear. So have a nice day. Thank you.